Hello, my lovely people. Hi, so I'm back with another reading. As you can see from this title, it's an actual reading, okay? Let me drink my coffee before I start even about what it's about. So, this reading is about their sexual kink and desire and fantasy in general. So, it's not like about you, it's about their sexual need. What's their type? Like, what do they want? What do they like? What do they prefer? So, maybe in some cases, when they're gonna be with you, gonna be different. They would want something different. But right now, in general, what's their fantasy, their kink, and all of that, okay? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Choose one and remember to like and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment if you want to. And if you want a personal reading, you're gonna find my email down in the description. Just send me an email with your question. I'm gonna get back to you with a PayPal request. Go subscribe to my other channels, Chill with Ella and elanooud Music. I'm gonna be posting more there. I'm posting more in elanooud Music on elanooud Music. And yeah, if you want to be at my channel, if you want to join my channel, if you want to be a member on my channel, I have a playlist for members only. You can check that before joining my channel, see what kind of reading I post. And if you want to join, you're gonna find the button that said join my channel down. If you cannot find it, you're gonna find a link down in the description that said join my channel, and copy the link if it's not open and if it's gonna take you to my page only. Copy the link because you might be on an iPhone or a tablet. Copy it and put it in a web browser, Safari or whatever, and then it's gonna open and you can join my channel, okay? Anyway, I might post a reading for members today as well. Number one here. Their sexual fantasies and kink. Their sexual fantasies and kink, number one. I do feel like number one, this person is like right now they're dead sexually. They do have sexual desire and fantasies and kink, but right now this is a message that you really need to hear, that they're not having sex or they're like not really attracted to anybody. They don't feel like motivated like before to have sex or horny or lustful, or feel like they're just kind of like backing away from the sexual energy. So, but what their desire is like, I do feel like this person really like to like massage or do something before the sex. Or they like to play. They like also to touch your pussy or you touching their dick, like blowjobs, and they like to touch like there's a long process of touching, but it feels like a sexual touching. They like to explore, like it's like they're like a nurse and they're touching you or you're touching them like a nurse or something like that. They could have a fantasy or could be a nurse too, but they could have a fantasy in general about like nurses and hospital or check-in or body check or airport check or check or like something like that, about massage or something like that. I do feel like this is their fantasy here. Like I do feel like this person also like to kind of play a game where they put you like on display, and then they kind of put you on a table, and then they spread your legs and then touch your pussy or do something or make you squirt, or put you there sitting down touching your dick, or like playing with your dick or your asshole, something like that, but maybe toys. Or in general, like this is their fantasy in general, okay? Maybe they watch a lot of things about that, like when they are watching porn, they like watch things about those kind of things, like someone's like doing something, like fingering someone, touching someone, or like putting something like to make them squirt, or touching their dick, or like putting something in their ass. Like they like watching things where like they put you on a table like it's like a surgery, something like that. Or in general, this is what they like. I do feel like this person definitely like nature. They like so if they're gonna be having sex, their fantasy is like to have sex morning time, so they could like morning sex. Or they like scenery, like in the room, basically the sunrise, and or something about the sun or the sunset, or like the windows are open and the air is like floating from the windows and it's like from the garden, or they can see the garden. They might be also liking having sex outdoor by the pool, or when it's summer or when the weather is good. So they like outdoor sex, or it could be like indoor, but they have like they really like this time when the sun is like shining inside the living room, and like you can see like outside, or you can hear outside noise from neighbors playing, or like something like that. There's something about the atmosphere also plays a role in this person's sexual fantasies. So I do see that they could also be moody, like from some time to some time they like that and sometime that, because this is their fantasies in general, like not about you, their fantasies and kink in general. Okay, so they could have like different moods and different like turn on and stuff like that. I do feel like this person really like girls or men who like got like they do something on their face, like wear makeup, or if you're someone who doesn't wear makeup, like doing their eyebrows on fleek, like they like males who like really go in and doing their eyebrows or shaving their beard really on fleek, like they like lines like that looks really on fleek on the man or the women face or something like that, or eyeliner. They like eyebrows, lashes, and things like that. They like watching or looking at the person's face. I don't feel like this person like to be like handcuffed, or they don't like you to tie them down or not seeing something. They might not like having sex in the dark, or like extreme dark room. They don't like that. They don't like also not seeing what you're gonna do. So they don't like just not knowing what you're gonna do. Like their eyes are closed and they don't know what you're gonna do to them, or they don't like that. I don't see they like that. So their sexual kink here, I do feel like this person really hates noise. Like this is really weird, but because they like outdoor noise, but they don't like to have sex when someone is screaming in the next room, or like there's a lot of children running, or so they like the noise from the background, like basically like outside few neighbors walking and talking, like it's summer, not like extreme noise. So they don't like to be in a noisy like place, or like to have sex. They don't like that. They don't like a lot of noise, and also they don't like someone talking while they're having sex. Maybe a few things like saying what you like and being sexy or moaning or whatever, but they don't like someone who's like talking too much while having sex. They don't like talking too much. Maybe some people like it, but this person is like a turn off for them. So let's see what's their kink. I do feel like this person kink is like they could just not try it. Maybe they just watch it on porn, just simply watching it. They do watch like dungeon vibe, slavery, and things like that, where the person is tied down on like some kind of like cross or something, like on the air, or tied down on something like, or like something like that, or stretched or something like that. They like watching that even though they did not try it. It could be their fantasy or something that they want to try while they're just tied down like that, or tying you down or tying someone. They could be really want to do that to someone. For others of you, they could want you to do that, or anybody want anybody to do that to them. So it could be like a vibe that I'm seeing here. So, what's their sexual kink? So, I do feel like this person really could, you might not want to hear it. This is their fantasy and kink. Doesn't mean that they want to do it or anything. It's just in general, they like threesomes or orgy. Maybe they themselves, they don't like to do it like in an orgy or threesome way. They just like, it's a fantasy, okay? It's like something in their brain. Sometimes they would think, how would it feel if we are in an orgy party, or I'm fucking the person that I want, where a lot of people are fucking like on a naked beach or something like that. They could like glory holes, or where someone fucking them and they don't know who this person fucking them. Yeah, it's like something about tied down, but at least they know that this person gonna use a dick or something like that. They like really kinky things with rooms. So you can see like rooms here, or like there's rooms and a lot of people are having sex. So they could like those sex theaters, sex places, and sex hotels and beaches and stuff like that, because they like the outdoor. So what else here about their sexual fantasy? I do feel for saying there's something also more here. I do feel like this person's sexual fantasy is also, they don't like someone who's like not rough. They like to be rough. So they like rough sex. So they like someone to be like really hard, or like manhandle on them, whatever their gender, something like that here. Thank you for watching number one. Let's go to number two. Number two, what's their sexual fantasies and kink? Number two. Number two, you gotta let me drink my coffee first. Number two, you gotta let me drink my coffee too. First, sorry. So number two, this person like to be slow, like they don't like someone rushing them. They could be moody when it comes to sex. They don't really feel attracted to anybody in general. They don't get attracted. They don't have lustful feelings toward anybody. I don't feel like this is the kind of person who like rather fuck themselves than anybody fuck them. It's not like because they're not horny or anything. They don't just get horny or attracted to anybody. So congratulations, number two. They find it very hard to feel a connection or feel attracted to anybody. Sometimes they find themselves like wanting to have sex or they're horny, but when they look around the room or something like that, they don't want anybody to touch them. They feel grossed out by some people or they don't want anybody to touch them. I do feel like this person is kind of moody because if someone turns them on, they really like to be turned on before the sex. They don't like to have sex when they're like not turned on. Maybe they did it before like that, but they don't like it, they don't enjoy it, they don't want it. They feel disgusted. I do feel like they're grossed out. Sometimes I do feel like this person could be at tease also. They're naturally very flirty or very sexy. They're teasing people and so hard for you to associate what I'm saying to this person's face and personality because this person could be like out there, like the way they dance, the way they touch people, the way they flirt. They do all of that, but deep down, they don't give a fuck about fucking them. Like they don't feel attracted to those people, even if they feel horny and they really want to like enjoy a passionate night. They could be very sexual themselves, or like, okay, after the club, I want to have sex, I want to drink and have sex. They just find it very hard to pick someone, even though they have a lot of choices, a lot of people. They cannot like just feel attracted. And I feel something is like it's not associated to their personality because when you look at their personality, you feel like they're just like they got everybody. They're very flirty. They may be gonna touch this person and fuck them because they're flirting with them so far. So why not? They're gonna touch them or something like that. There's actual fantasies here. This person is very hard to please. I don't feel like this person really like they do have a lot of fantasy or sexual things, but their major thing is like they want to have good sex right now. This is what I'm seeing. So maybe they did not have a really good sex before. They really want to have like a normal good sex at first before like going to the fantasy. So I don't feel like this person had really good sex. For some of you they could be a virgin, for some of you could be not. I do see that. I do feel like this person really want to just like they want like look at this girl, like she wants just a one dick, like she's holding a stick and there's a lot of sticks behind her. Like I just want one dick and I want it to be good and I want to have love to this person. It could be like the loving type, you don't even know it. It could be like very romantic, very loving. They want to love someone to have sex with, or they want someone that they have feelings toward, or they have a connection with to have sex with, and they just want this one person. They don't want to like sleep around with billions of people. They want just this one person that they have passion toward, that they love, they share a life with, a house with, and they're having sex with. And then in the morning they love them, in the evening they love them, or something like that. Okay, they're very passionate. This is a very passionate person. I do feel like this person here, they don't like emotional sex. So they really hate emotional sex. I don't know, something like about emotional sex. They don't like it. They might want it to be passionate, but their passion is totally different. Their passion is very sex, very lustful. This person knows what to do on the bedroom. They're very funny. They would laugh. They will tie you down. They will jump on you. They will do things. They could be also very experienced from the past experience or something like that. They just experience and they bring a lot of things and they really like to try new things. But I do feel like this person really like to make you uncomfortable, make the person that they have sex with uncomfortable. Like they really laugh about making the person uncomfortable or like tying you down or of a sudden. Like they like to surprise you or they like to make you uncomfortable or shocked or like really don't wanna like they like I don't want this way, like I don't try it, like what are you doing. They really like you telling them what are you doing, like what are you doing or something like that. Or they like just surprising you. They like to laugh. They bring a lot of fun when they have sex. So I do feel like they're a fun individual when they have sex. I do feel like this person really definitely like the vibe inside the room. They like they could like lighting. They like the room to be dark, so, like some soft lighting, some soft music, some bad music, like really harsh music, like electro music or something like that. It look like a club, so they would like a club vibe to have sex, or sometimes they would like just like a normal like rosy colors, lighting, candlelight, music, or no music at all. They like vibes, they like atmospheres, and they like to change the atmosphere because I'm seeing like a different vibe every day. So they would want to change the bedroom, or they would want to change where they have sex, or they would just want to change the vibe in general. They don't like to have it, they don't like routine, so they are very changing, they always change. I do feel like this is kind of person who like they always gonna bring you more kink or more fantasy because they're just like always changing or always wanting to try something new. I do feel like this person really likes to be fucked like hard, like whatever their gender, they like to be fucked really hard, or they like to be fucked till they just cannot handle it, or they like to have sex to the extreme, like where they just cannot. Could be a wish that they never had. I do feel like this person sex life, or they feel like the people that they had sex with, they were just like not satisfying them. I do feel like this person feel like they're just like more, they were their fantasy, and when they had sex with someone it just was not good enough or something like that. I do feel like this person definitely very moody when it comes to sex, so they would want to have sex, and then there's times where they just want to tease you, or they want to give you a blowjob, or an orgy, or an orgy. I don't know what said an orgy. I'm gonna get to an orgy. They want to give you a blowjob, they want to suck your dick, eat your pussy, or do something where you have an orgasm but they don't, and they just want to go. So they sometimes they just want to like give you what you want or do that and then leave, and then they want to do something else. It's like why are they doing that? They will just give you, it's not like they want something from you, they just gonna give it to you. So speaking about orgies, speaking about that, this person doesn't like sharing, doesn't like threesomes, doesn't like you sharing, doesn't like sharing you with anybody. As I said, this person got a lot of people, and they're the kind of people who like they don't be attracted to anybody just because they're handsome or sexy. So they do not like someone being in that vibe of like just having attraction to anybody, so or just like touching anybody, or just like simply seeing someone like in the club they hot and be like let's have a threesome with this person. They find it very hard to allow anybody in their energy, even though if they had and done that before they feel like it's a mistake. They don't like that, so it's very gross to them and they don't like it, and if you did it it's a turn off. I do see that. Thank you for watching number 2. Let's go to number 3. Number 3, what's their sexual kink and fantasies? Number 3, people remember to like and to subscribe to my channel to support my channel. Let me drink my coffee. Number 3 really fast. Number 3 is like, oh, okay, the juice, yeah, or I don't know. Mm. This person like moaning. They like hearing you moan, or hearing the person that they want to have sex with moan or enjoying it. They like to see that person very like satisfied, very very drunk, so they could like to have sex with someone who's like very faded, or them being faded, but they like to have someone sex with someone who's like very surrendering to them, like giving themselves to them totally, like out of control, like they're just drunk or they cannot move and they can do whatever they want. They really like to have sex with someone like on drug, or they're just like, like they're fainting or they're tipsy or they're just out of control. They could have a fantasy of like having sex with, they could just right now in their life they could have someone that they're fantasizing a lot about, and this person could be a very powerful person, like a very strong person, like a person who like would not allow anybody to touch them. They're very strong, or it could be just their fantasy, and then they feel like they want this person to be drunk or just giving themselves to them like easy, or surrendering, or not drunk, just like giving themselves to them, like, and they feel like oh my god, I can do anything I want with this person, and this person is not giving themselves to anybody. So they really like the fact that they can have something and nobody else can have it. Or they could have a person right now and their fantasies about this person. They could be stalking this person also, they could be watching this person, and they could be fantasizing. So I do feel like I'm gonna speak about their fantasy and their kink, but I do feel like they are focused on one person here. They are thinking about a person, okay, right now. So I see this is their energy. Their energy is like marriage, being a commitment, being with this person, having this person, getting this person, but they feel like they don't know how to approach this person. Okay, so like in general, like before this person, or in general before they met this person, what was their fantasy and their kink in general. I do feel like this person fantasy is like very sweet, like I know I heard like Disneyland, like sweet kind of shit. Like the person like kissing, like they like to go to Disneyland. For some of you, literally, this is the kind of person who would like to. They have like they have like an obsession with cartoon, or with cute things, or with like any kind of cute things. They could like really like to go still to simple things that maybe you would not understand, or this person that they're crushing on really understand. They really like small things, and they're cute, and they have like they're really like walking on, like walking in a garden, and in a park, or just like holding hands and kissing and eating ice cream, and speaking about like, oh, like speaking about life. They like to speak about life and politics and things like that. So they really like an atmosphere of like talking about things. It could be like I've done a reading before about the croissant guy, like who likes the vibe and like like to have something, like, or croissant girl. So this person really like a vibe, like in the morning and talking and getting a newspaper and reading and going to some place. They just really like that person that they fantasizing with. So when their fantasy is like, I'm gonna walk with this person, and I'm gonna talk to them about life, about my career, and we're gonna talk and we're gonna laugh, and then I'm gonna take them to my favorite store, and then we're gonna walk like that. Then I'm gonna go with them to Disneyland, and then we're gonna eat croissant, I don't know where, in Paris. Like their fantasy is like basically activities, okay? So this is their sexual fantasy. Like I don't know, like I don't know. So yeah, this is like before their sexual fantasy, but what also they had like sexually. So I do feel like this person also like to be like they like to be whatever their gender. They like to be the protector. They like to protect the other person, to cuddle, to nurture, like to be the mother, the father. They like to nurture or to hug or to cuddle. They like to have this the other person as like scared, and like, oh, don't touch me, I'm so scared, I'm so scared, I'm scared of dick, I'm scared of pussy. And then they're like, don't be scared, or you're just gonna have sex. And I wish my I don't no, I don't think my friend watches my ratings. She's an old friend. Like I don't know if I should tell you. I noticed those two Catholic, like a boy and a girl, and they told me about their day and how they were scared because they were Catholic, and they was like really they're just like we're like we were not young, we are like in mid 20s. So basically, so you would understand. This is what I'm seeing here, and they love each other for a while, but they're so Catholic, both of them, my friends. And then they didn't have sex, or they don't believe in sex before marriage, or at least like not before marriage, at least you know that you're sure about this person. And they always like spend time on the in the church. And yeah, one time they kissed each other, okay? And then it just was like a it was just intense for them. And then it's like she was scared, and she was shaking, like because he kissed her, and then they were touching, and then he told her like, don't be scared, and hug her. And he hugged her and said, it's okay, like we don't have to do anything. And she was just so scared. And it was just, for me, it was like hearing the story, I'm like, and that time I was like, what? Like, I was like, what? I was just confused. Like, I don't know. But something like that here, okay? That's what I'm seeing here. This person, the fantasies like that. I had to mention the story because there's people who like that. Like, they think it's intense. They think it's scary because maybe they have religious background. Maybe they have something. So this is their fantasy. Even if you're not like that, their fantasy is like you or someone being like that. They want to have sex with someone who's like very scared. It's like the first time having a real dick, a real pussy, a virgin, or maybe if it's not a virgin, just like so scared of them, like I don't want to have sex, like, or I'm scared to be naked, I'm so shy. This is their fantasy. Or like, oh my god, we're having sex, I'm so shy, like don't see my boobs, don't see my body. Don't see my their fantasy is like that they have to calm the other person or touch the other person and then have sex with the other person, or like making the other person be horny, and cuddling the other person, making the other person feel comfortable to have sex with them. Their fantasy is like to make the other person feel comfortable to have sex with them, and just like making them feel relaxed and like that. This is their fantasy, okay? There before that, this before this person, or the person that they met, that fuck their fantasy, and they flip the world and the universe upside down. And sexual fantasies and kink, I do feel like this person got like, they do have kink, however, like they could be like that, but they do have kink. I do feel like their kink is like it's also weird. What the fuck is that? I swear to God, I'm just gonna channel whatever there, even if it doesn't make sense. Just like listen to it. It doesn't make sense to me. It's there. I saw like a like, what do you call this? Like around Christmas time, like uh Santa car, whatever you call it. I forgot the name. It flies on the air. I saw their fantasy is like something like that. Like their fantasy is like to have like a very fairy kind of vibe, energy. I don't know what the fuck is that. And maybe they would like to dress up in roles, like you wearing like a fairy something, or a Disney princess. What's their obsession with Disney princesses? Maybe this is like the pervert that you see around Disney, like on Disneyland, and they're just looking at those girls who dress up like princesses and Disney princesses. I don't know, like this person have a fantasy of like you dressing up like a princess, or someone dressing up like a princess. If it's a man, they also have a fantasy of this man dress up like a prince, like from something like a cartoon character, or dressing up like something. They like to play roles or something like that. I do feel like this person also fantasy is like to eat bread. I have no fucking idea. I'm sick of this person. To eat bread, then maybe this is a croissant guy. To eat cake and bread, and then to put food on top of your body, and they're like eating the food on top of your body, and putting cream on your body, on your boobs, so dressing up like superwoman or superman. They would like, I do feel like this person, they would like you wearing lingerie or something like that, or you wearing like a really sexy outfit or a boxer or something like that, whatever your gender. But they would just not know what how to do it. They need to grow up, I guess. I don't know what's going on here. Number three, I'm confused. I'm confused. Explain. Number three, explain your person, because I'm so confused. Number four, there's actual fantasies and kink in general. Let me drink my coffee. People chose the booger crystal. This is a very, very, very kinky person. Very kinky person. Right away, I saw kink. This person like to have lustful, angry sex, and they like to have passionate sex, and they would turn a different person when they're horny. Like especially if they get comfortable with you and you are the one for them, you will see a different side that you never saw. Like it's a dungeon vibe. This person is a dominatrix. Okay, they like to dominate. They would like the other person to do that for them, but they're very kinky. They like to dominate. They like to take the lead. They don't like to hear no. They like to give order. They could be a total different person, like in sex, or their kink is like to give order, and they don't like to hear no. They like they like punishment sex. They like sex like when it's like full of emotion, but more like a anger emotion, like I'm mad at you, I'm gonna have sex with you right now, show you why I'm mad at you, or like something like that. They could be very passionate and loving also after the sex, but there's something like their emotion explode when they have sex, and then after sex maybe they're just very passionate and loving and cuddly. They're very like very, very physical. I do feel like they could be more kinky than you also. Hey, They could be more kinky than you or something like that. I do feel like this person also they have a fantasy of like I do feel like this person fantasies kind of like change from what person to person. They do not get this way unless they love that person. It's almost like they would not reach that limit of being like in this energy unless if they found the real one for them. They might have sex before, they had sex before, but they would not be so extreme like that. It's almost like their kink is like if you see them being more kinky with you, no, they more love you or something like that. Here, I do feel like something associated with their love and emotion, it comes translate to their dick through their dick and pussy. It's almost like if they are an introvert, they don't know how to communicate. They would communicate through their pussy and dick, and their love language is that the sex language I call it is their language. It's like if there's things that they would not say during the day or something like that, or they don't know how to express, they would express it during sex. This person likes to use kinky shit that you're like maybe you think is dangerous or you think it's like I don't want to use that. They definitely like to use toys. They like this is their fantasy, whether they want to do it or not. This is their fantasy inside their brain. They like to use toys. They like to build like they like to use anal toys a lot. Or they like to use something for like anal toys, or they like to use stretchers or stuff like that. They like to use candle wax. They like to use whatever kink that they would see. So whatever idea they would have to just add a more like it's kind of like if you're someone who express yourself in a language, it's like the more words you get in the language, the more satisfied you are. The more words you get in a language, the more satisfied you are. This is what I get from this person. The more they get, the more ideas that they get, the more ideas that they find, the more kink that they find is like another way to express themselves. Also, this person really like to keep you like guessing what gonna be their next move or something like that. They like the guessing. They like you guessing. They like you guessing. So they really, really like maybe shutting the light or closing something or not making you see what they gonna do during sex or something like that. This is their fantasy. I do feel like this person definitely got a fantasy of like having this powerful, like mean person, tough, stubborn person that they want to fall in love with. They really like this attitude person. They want a person with an attitude. It turns them on to have a person that they can like they have an attitude and they just don't like to be controlled. So it's like they like the challenge in sex. They like to be chasing something, got an attitude, and they want to catch it or something like that. This is what turns them on. They like to chase a person that's like just running around, not having feelings for them. And maybe they found themselves being attracted to people that they had to chase or not giving them love. It could be the toxic side of them or the shadow side that they learned or karmic people. But in general, they would like a person who's like they know that this person not showing them emotion. Like they have emotion for them in a healthy way. They would like a person who's like very stubborn or like when they're mad, they don't want to show that they're jealous, but they are, or they like also emotional sides here, but when it comes to their sexual kink and fantasy, this is what I'm seeing here. I do see that. I do feel like this person really like the person to be rough with them, so they like to be hit. They like you to slap them, or they like you to hit them, or they like you to pull their hair, or they like to do that. They like the roughness. It's almost like fighting to them. They like that kink. I do feel like this person is very aggressive. I do feel like this person like to yeah, they like you to humiliate them or like to humiliate a person when they have sex. It's not like I just feel like it's a sexual vibe where like they want to slave you or slave someone or they want you to do that for them. Okay, I do feel like this person got another side of them where they want to be cuddled and loved and just hugged, and also sometimes they just want to be like after sex or after this they really like they like to feel loved. They never had that, or maybe because they have this side of them, maybe a lot of people use them for that, or they just like took the sex and the sex was amazing or was great for them or their exes, and then at the end of the sex that they just slept. But this person really need love, like they never been loved, so they really like to be cuddled and loved. Even this is their language. It's almost like after that they speak what they're feeling. They really like to be cuddled or loved or hugged. They really like someone to like kiss them and just love them and just make them fall asleep, and they like this loving thing, so they like to have sex, but also they like to be cuddled. They do have a balance. I do feel like this person would like to have a rough sex sometime, or like they like to use these kinky things, or but sex to them is like a way to express something, okay? And then after that, they really like to feel loved and emotions from the other person. Let's see what else here. I do feel like this person like to have sex at night or the morning or during sleep time, or they could really like the bedroom more likely, or their fantasies always in the bedroom or where their tools are, basically, or something like that. I do see that. I do feel like this person doesn't mind any body fluid. They don't get grossed out by anything so fast. Here, I'm seeing this person definitely like lingerie, dressing up, sexy, and not like number three. They like someone who look like an adult who dress up for sex, like that, or whether you're a female or a male. This person likes someone who's very confident and outspoken in bed. They like someone to be confident, like not shy when people are watching. Look at this girl. She's like not shy to show her admiration or love to him, or not shy to tell him, a girl or a man, tell him or her like what they want exactly and how they want it. It turns them on to have someone confident, like touching their self or doing something like that. Okay, thank you for watching number 4. Number 5 here, their sexual fantasies and kink. Number 5. So right away, I do see this person like to be bent down on a table, or like they like to be fucked from behind while they're bent down, or they're just laying down and you're taking half their clothes off. They like to have sex in the middle of something while they're still dressed up, but they're not fully dressed. They're just half dressed, or having sex in public places. Their fantasy in general. This is their fantasy in general, not just with you. They like to have sex in public places for sure, or like where they can get easily caught. They like to have sex or be touched like that. They like to have sex when people are not like that connection. The connection went back. Okay. They like to have sex when people are not noticing, they're not watching them or something like that. They like to be teased. I do feel like this person's sexual fantasy is like to make you feel jealous, or make the person that they want to have sex feel jealous. Like they're like about to have sex with someone else, and the other person is jealous and coming to have sex with them, or because they're angry and jealous. They're like, why are you fucking someone else? Why are you trying to fuck someone else? They don't want to fuck someone else, but they really want someone to like beg them or want them, beg them to not go for someone else, or beg them for sex, or like be like, I want you so bad, I love you so bad, why are you doing that to me? Like, I want you love, I want you so bad. They like that drama sex. They like drama, okay? They like that they're the one who causing the drama, okay? They like to just be like acting like I don't want you when they want you. They're like, for some of you maybe not that like not that intense. It could be like they want to act like I don't want to have sex with you today. When they want to have sex, it's like I don't want to. Like I don't want to have sex when they want to have sex, and then when you want them, they want to push you away, and they be like, I'm not in the mood, but they are. Like they like to play games about not wanting to have sex, and then you want to have sex, and then you like trying to hold them so hard, and then you're angry. They like to see the other person being fired up. So this person could be a person who really like to have sex with that person with a lot of energy and fire. So this is the way, or maybe this is a technique that they develop like in their life to make the other person be more fiery. They don't like someone who's like not intense with sex. They don't like someone who's like not passionate or rough or something like that, or having a lot of energy, or having a lot of just a lot of passion or attraction like while having sex. They This is the way playing games is like to basically throw gas, or like throw gas at this person like they want to have sex with. It's like to just make them bump up like that. Okay. Hey, hey. How are you? So I do feel like they like games, they like to play, like I'm not interested, and they're seducing you, seducing the person they want to have sex. They're dressing up but acting like I'm not trying to seduce you. I don't want to have sex. They could drag the game even. They could drag it. Like you would just believe that they don't want to have sex and then they will sleep even without having sex with you. And then the next morning they're gonna continue the same game till you're frustrated, and then they really like it when you have sex or the other person having sex with them when they're frustrated and mad, be like enough, like enough, like enough, like and then mad, and they're holding them and having rough sex, and then they give them love and what they want. They really like rough sex. They like to be like punished or got rough sex, or they like to be just passion. Okay, they like passion. I do feel like this person also like to be in control of a sudden. So this person is the kind of person who like very sudden, they got sudden move, like you're doing that and you're giving them what they want, or like you're being rough and you think like you got control of them or like something like that and get what you want. All of a sudden this person turn around and flip the tables on you basically, and just be the one who's like in control. You'd be like what the fuck, like, and this person like equal give and take, okay, in the sex. So this is their fantasies, equal give and take. That's so if you're going to be like doing something, they're also gonna flip and gonna do it. They're very balanced in the sex. I do feel like this person fantasy is like they don't like to be disrespected. I do feel like this person also when they are like taking charge, they like to be like they like the other person doing something for them, but they like to also do something for you. They don't like to just take and not do something for the other person. It's like if they're gonna tease you and they really want you, they're gonna allow you to have it. It's not like you're gonna come and take control of it without them planning that. If they don't want you, they don't want you, but they want you and allowing you to have it. They feel like they're also gonna give you something that you want, so they gonna give you your fantasy. So I do feel like this person also like to ask you what you like a lot. They like to be open to what you like. So also their fantasy here is smelling good. So this person could be, I don't know, I saw a culture. It could be coming from a culture where they have a lot of perfumes, a lot of things, or like the house smells always good, like Arabic culture, maybe French, I don't know. Like they just like, or maybe Indian, something like that. Whatever culture that they bring, they burn a lot of scent, or they have a lot of perfume. They like the place to smell really good, or they like the body or your body smelling good, or whoever they want to have sex with. I do feel like this person also like to look at or stare at people's faces where they having sex here. And I do feel like this is like the only thing that they are like fantasizing about. Yeah. This person definitely doesn't like to get pregnant. I don't know why I heard that from Spirit. They don't want to get pregnant, or they like to be safe before sex, so they're not like reckless. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day. Bye, people.